listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for A-List New York. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest A-List news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for A-List New York!
I was like, wait, what is this? I don't have hair that whips, so
well,
like,
you can go talk to
style.
Nyasha about that.
No, her crap looks like it would fall off, so whatever. Well, go Willow. Glad your parents are still together, supposedly, but I can't wait to find out what's really going on there. Because that's some gossip that didn't just come from nowhere. But we're not talking about Will and Jada. Welcome, everybody, to the A-List New York. We are in Season 2, Episode 6, Wig Parties and Threesomes is what our episode was about. Wait, threesomes? Did I miss something in this episode? Whatever. We'll figure that out as we go through it. So I have here today with me, obviously, DJ Jesse Janedy in the booth, hanging out with us. And we have the lovely and beautiful Jackie. Hi. And the wonderful and quite adorable today, Cameron. You look like, I think I'd never see you without a hat or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh.
Because you're too busy pinning Ken.
Got it all lined up and whatnot.
You got that scruff going on today,
He's
too.
got it all lined up and got his little man fluff on the chin. Okay. Doing it up. All right. So, anywho, we had an episode this week. And as I was telling you guys earlier, I'm a little bit all over the place and kind of confused with the storylines because I missed like one episode. I'm pretty sure I only missed one. And I'm like, what the hell happened and why? So, I figured for this one, we'll just kind of roll through what went down. And I took my notes on my phone because I'm trying to save paper these days.
Ooh.
But I haven't figured out how to like turn the timer off for my phone to stop going dark so fast. So anyway, that's not so helpful. So anyway, we have all the boys as usual and the hot mess of a chick that's there for no apparent reason that whatever. Okay, so let's just start at the top. So we open the episode with Reichen and Austin at the beach talking about baked beans.
And this is where the threesome conversation came in.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the trigger came. I'm a little slow, but I don't know why the baked bean thing was so amusing to me, but it just amused the shit out of me. By the way, I forgot to mention Kenny Harrison not here right now because he got a facelift over the weekend. So
/ sex change.
Yeah, I thought it was a sex change. Oh.
He had a lot of shit
In
done.
defense or not defense of Kenny, I actually picked him up from the surgeon's office.
is he doing okay? He looks
Bitch
rough.
is high on Percocet right now. Evidence would be the second paragraph of our news and gossip.
Yes, that does not read in English at all, and I thought it was just my vision. But Kenny, I hope you're out there and slightly conscious. He mentioned he would like to try to call in, but he is recovering.
He is passed out. He is pumped up on prune juice because he's constipated.
Oh, what kind of facelift was that, boo? That's okay, Kenny. We miss you. We love you. And I'm glad I could come in and join you guys this week since he could not be here because we get along so well in person. Anyway, Kenny, I miss you and I love you. I hope you feel better. Back to the episode. Okay, Reichen talking about baked beans with Austin. So you guys have backup. Like, what the hell is going on with Austin?
And they're always flirting. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, they're
Sexual
always,
tension.
they have a lot of sexual tension. And I also said, why does Reichen, who is a serial dater, think that he has the right to comment on Austin's life whatsoever?
Right?
You
He
guys-
just feels like he can butt in on anybody's life.
Yeah, he makes all these comments, and it's like,
What do you do? Who
Yeah.
are you? Why?
Yeah.
Is what I'm like.
I'm sorry,
confused
like
about
you
in
dated
general.
Lance Bass. That does not give you like carte blanche.
That's what I said
to,
last
like,
week, and you guys laughed at me.
No, I love Lance
And not
Bass,
for
but I'm just
comedic.
saying
I'm sorry.
it doesn't make you like able to comment on everybody's life.
It made him very important in his own brain, but also confusing for me is, okay, so Reichen, obviously he's like kind of single, flirty, whatever. I guess this kind of goes into the full episode. But Austin, okay, I'm trying to be on Austin's team because I actually think he's cute and he looks like a little pudgy booty, and I like him.
I love his butt.
It's like a little.
We all do. And,
You don't
and-
want to like. It's so cute.
It is.
But I was telling them in the screening, if you actually paid attention on the beat, his breasts are upturned.
Yo.
Wait,
Yo.
what?
Like I really
not
do
paying
try to,
attention to that.
you know, at times I really want to be there for Austin, but I think I'm just there for Austin from the waist down. And yeah,
Just don't get it twisted.
He had some upturned nipples.
I'm a
that
chubby
were
chaser.
What
I
is
like
an upturned nipple?
I like
I didn't
boys
even
that are big.
notice
They look
this.
like hooks. You could like hang
Yeah,
a
because
coat
it's
on.
that flabby. Yeah, it's bad.
It's okay. I'd hang my coat. I'd hang my coat from his nipples. It's fine.
You ever seen like you ever ate candy corn before?
Yes.
Like at the end of
So
the
are
tip
they
of the
just-
candy corn, it kind of tips up because that's where the end of the
Yeah,
God.
no.
Well, maybe
was.
they were just a little happy.
No.
Or cold.
I've seen happy nipples before.
That means there's not enough muscle on the top to keep it, to let it drape the right
but
way.
he looked like, because when he got naked and it wasn't, I don't know.
Can we talk about the later scene though when
You
his
just
butt looks really
mesmerized with his
cute
butt.
when he,
Yeah.
when he hugs Jake? His butt looks so cute
when they were
he
up on
hugs
the
Jake.
roof.
Yeah,
Right?
Yes.
his
He
Yeah.
was standing there and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you kind of have even the arch and like,
Yeah.
excuse me.
sway back.
But as much as I think that Austin is just adorable and kind of cute, he has some problems. for
Hot
me.
mess syndrome.
I feel he doesn't have any more problems though than the rest of those
Oh,
people.
well, that's that. My big question of watching this episode, like, and I hadn't felt like this before, but I was sitting there watching it and I was like, why are and I know like they kind of, it's a reality show and like just like with the Housewives, like they make, like I almost feel like they made us believe more with the Housewives than with these people actually like socialize and interact. Like now I kind of feel like what the fuck? Why are y'all even in a group of anything together? How did that happen?
Mhm.
How did they get picked? Who cast this show? And like, why did they pick who they picked for the show?
And I mentioned that when we did Drag Race, the whole
Yeah.
A-list, the misrepresentation of homosexuals, and at least the housewives have some kind of running theme in their families.
Yeah.
And it's just, this is the only family we have is Mike and Martin, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but that's all we have, and they're on for like 2 minutes in a show.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, we also get TJ and what's
Brian
his-
and their friendship.
Ryan,
Yeah,
and
that's
that,
true.
that's a true friendship there.
And
I guess,
Rodney
yeah.
and Reichen actually dated, but I mean, it's like you're right. The group as a whole
Yeah,
is
like-
just very hodgepodge.
And even how they're like the conflicts that are coming up and
Yeah.
the issues, like when they're around, it all seems very haphazard and like maybe the editors just suck and they don't know how to like string the stories together. But it really seemed like a mess. Like I felt like I was just like, oh, what? How the fuck? Like the whole episode. But anyway, so Austin, he has baked beans and he's not tired of eating baked beans yet. But he said he could get tired of baked beans. In conjunction with what he eventually does in the episode when he sets up Reichen and goes on this extra date or whatever, and he's flirting, and then in that whole sort of series, and so he's on this hanging out with Reichen, then he goes and he's planning his wedding, and then he goes on this double date, and then he's sort of flirting and whatever he's doing, and then he's in bed with his little hubby, and I feel bad for his hubby.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
a
just don't understand
perpetual
why he's such an
feeling, yeah.
asshole. Like, why would he's at dinner? Why? Okay. See, I can't even talk. Like, I don't know what to respond relationship wise.
I brought that up with Jackie too about how similar Austin and Nyasha really are. I mean, whether they come from different places, but that whole youth and just spitting out what comes out of their mouth and not taking responsibility, personal accountability.
And they're out for number one, yeah.
Mhm.
Personal accountability.
And that whole righteous attitude, they can comment on everybody else, but as soon as they get attacked, all of a sudden it's not real.
And he's crying in the back rooms and like, what the hell? How are you coming at your husband? And like, it's one thing when you got a
that
boyfriend.
was bad. He called him stupid straight up.
Yeah.
And he was like, get the fuck out of the bed if you
Yeah.
can't. Like, he went off and the dude was like, yo, you were flirting. You hurt my
You
feelings.
should
Like,
never
you're in
hit
my
your partner, but that
face.
would have got a backhand real quick.
Somebody.
Because you're on TV.
How old is his partner? Is his partner older?
He's got to be older than, right?
I hope.
He-
Because he doesn't really look
Kenny
too old
mentioned,
to
I
me,
think
but
maybe
don't
he's
know.
26, 27.
Yeah, I think we said.
Or maybe that's because he's European.
Maybe. I don't know. Austin, I just, honey. If that's your husband, I don't know. And is his husband really getting shit back? Like, what is going on with that? I'm confused.
No, he's
Is that
not
why they're
getting
getting
shit
married?
back.
Okay, so I'm confusing the other episode because I saw the end of the last episode when he's like, I need to get married, and then he fought with the crazy black girl because work visas aren't given, and he's saying his husband's gonna go back, and I was like, why is he going back? But then y'all are getting married. I'm confused. Okay, all right, well that's clear. Austin, you're a jerk, and you need to shut the fuck up.
I think he takes him for granted, though. I think that's part of it. It's like he's always been around. He had issues with Reichen and things like that the first season. So I think it's just that he's always been around.
But he and Reichen never actually dated. Did they hunch?
Well, we talked about that too.
Yeah.
We kind of tried to take consensus whether they fooled around or not.
Yeah, there's
I
an
don't
inference
think
they
did, but-
fooled
No,
around.
they said that they did hook up before the actual show started.
Yeah.
But Reichen said they never slept or had sex.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to how we define sex, a la Kenny Harrison.
Right. So I don't think they necessarily had intercourse, but because I was telling Jesse, I said because Austin wants it too bad.
Oh, okay.
So I think he wants to climb that mountain, and there's always been that tension. You know, I don't know. It depends. I know a lot of guys that once you hit it, they're good. The notch on my belt.
Off on it. But that's all the more reason why he should be less of an a-hole to his partner or his husband. Because
But I can see Austin's the type that, you know, if he gets pissed off enough and the relationship falls, he'll have him deported. And he'll say it in public.
We'll see.
That's the kind of energy I get from
Why
him.
I do feel like they might have hooked up is because I understand where you just came from with saying that, but at the same time, Austin was in shape back in the heyday.
Yeah.
So and Reichen is obviously too. So think about it. They're two hot guys. They hook up with each other one time. They have a pretty strong friendship. They say, let's keep it friends. We're just friends. We're just friends. We're just friends. Now the show starts going on. Austin's getting slack for gaining weight. He doesn't look as good as everyone else. Reichen's in this relationship with this hot supermodel, Rodney, and they're being looked at as the hot supermodels. So now, I mean, when I see Austin and how he reacts with Reichen, I feel like it's more, well, I had it first. I feel like it's that type of tension.
Yeah.
Like, when he was sitting down at the dinner table.
Like ownership almost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Territory,
he felt
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
So that's where I kind of might feel like they might have hooked up.
So then, again, more reason why he should have not been an asshole to his mate in the damn
Right.
bed, because then he's being territorial over somebody that's,
He got defensive too quick.
Yeah, definitely.
oh.
But I also think Reichen like eggs it on a little bit. He's like,
Oh,
he's
totally.
like, oh, you're
He
flirting.
flirts- he flirts right back.
You were flirting with me, and he wants to know that he's getting that attention.
No, he does. And they were chatting when he was getting his teeth whitened, and I was
That was just awkward all over.
I was like, why are you there, number
Yeah.
one?
Who wanted to film a scene there? They were like, we'll film a scene where one person cannot talk and has crap in their mouth.
And it's crap, and he's like texting his response, and he's like, ew.
Cameron
Go
said,
home, Reichen.
Reichen, I'm ready.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
To stretch his mouth. Or, never mind.
I believe we have Kenny Harrison on the line. Kenny, you there?
Oh, he's alive.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Kenny. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at you in your time of despair. Oh,
Look
man.
at
How are you doing? Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I'm a little loopy.
Do you get to see the new nose yet?
Huh?
Do you get to see your new nose yet?
And your new vagina?
My vagina is awesome.
Oh,
my,
sweet.
my nose, I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen
I
it
haven't
yet.
taken off the tapes yet.
Okay, okay.
Vaginal
Our viewers will be
rejuvenation.
really excited to see your new face next week.
What about your tummy tuck? How's that going for you?
I'm sucking it in as hard as I possibly can right now because my shirt's a little tight. But, you know, I
Okay,
can't really
I got-
afford the real surgery like you.
Okay, I got some coupons for Fatburger, so I'll give them to you next week.
Thanks. So amazing. I love how this has so much to do
The
with
habit.
A-list. Oh, so do you have any commentary in regards to our episode this evening?
Yeah, I'll be real brief. I think Austin should get his ass kicked. I think he totally disrespected his husband at the little double date. And I'm actually glad to see that Mike and Martin had a little storyline tonight or last night.
That's right. I was gonna. If you were here, I would have ripped you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. I really I think that was like kind of one. Every time Mike's on, I guess he has like a touching moment at least once a season, and last night was definitely his moment with Martin and Martin's kids. So I think those were the highlights for me.
Oh, okay.
The episode could have been like 10 minutes long.
with just Mike and Martin.
Yeah,
And Mike's
that's all I
dad.
needed. That's all I needed. Everyone else is just.
You didn't want more. You didn't want more of Nyasha and her salon.
No wigs.
No
more
wigs.
You know you wanted the bow wig. You want the bow
Actually,
wig.
I thought that pink wig that
No.
All right, we're shutting him up.
No.
All right, so
He had to turn you down because you're about to talk nonsense if you can still hear us.
he's still here.
Kenny, did you bother to look at your news and gossip?
No.
Did I
For some
bother
reason,
to what?
Never mind.
you typed it in,
You
in Rodney's language.
Yeah, you left us some special news and gossip
For
here.
some reason, when we print it, it comes out in Rodney.
Yeah, it definitely came out in Rodney.
That is amazing.
I think I was in the middle of changing my diaper at the time. So I do apologize.
Oh, be careful with the catheter.
You are
Damage
milking it right now. What the
It's like, I'm so sick.
Cam's like, we stopped at the bar on the way home.
So,
No,
audience.
That's fine. I was just trying to do you guys a favor in my absence.
Well,
we
thank you because
appreciate it.
thank you.
We appreciate it. Can you hear how much we
you're welcome.
appreciate it?
You're welcome.
I think you should
But
just
I'll
look
let-
at the
I'll let you
computer.
guys get back to it. I just wanted to say hi.
Yeah, you should
and,
just keep
Aw.
watching.
Your pink wig's on right now.
That is not a
What's
cute
that?
wig, by the way.
The pink wig's on the screen for you.
Oh, yeah, I kind of like that peaklet. I think I'll go and buy it. What is her project? Sorry, product?
Embrace your hair.
.com.
Help.
But we're gonna get to that in a moment. But I'm glad you brought up Mike and Martin because I did want to touch on that because it was quite touching, quite interesting to me, and I was also confused again. Who was the old Asian man sitting in his chair?
That is Mike's dad, who is in like every episode for some reason.
I'm
talking about his
special.
dad?
What
Yeah.
he said? I thought I heard
is
him
his
say
dad.
that. I watched the show twice, y'all, because I was confused,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Did he say that? Wait,
Who's he babysitting?
okay. Well, hey, I'm not mad. Just I was confused. So Granddaddy wants some babies, and he's excited, and it sucked that Martin was so upset about his kids. I don't know what the deal is with that. I guess he's going through a separation or something. and
Kenny, do you
he-
know, was Martin married or was it just a relationship where he fathered two
You know,
children?
I didn't have time to look that up. I was actually curious about that myself. I have a feeling that Martin was in a heterosexual relationship prior to
Oh.
Mike, and maybe have had two kids out of that, like years ago.
That was
Oh, I
So,
figured
and
that's what
now-
happened. I
and
was wondering
now
if he was
he's-
married or not.
I get the impression that he's forbidden to see his kids.
completely.
So,
That's interesting to
that's-
me because I wonder because they said they're working on it now, like trying
Legally.
to figure it out.
well, yeah, he also mentioned that he's not allowed to talk
About it,
So
exactly.
I'm thinking there's some legal issues that are going on, and that they can't hear on the show. So
Oh, you deduced all that?
All that from him saying he couldn't talk about it. Go, Kenny. Even on the drugs, you're brilliant.
Oh, Kelly, we love
I
you.
still just because my vagina isn't working doesn't mean my brain isn't working.
Oh, well, it'll be working real soon. Just
He
like
piggybacked the tummy tuck in
Nyasha.
that operation.
All of it. Did you get a thigh lift? Because those were sagging. You need to work on those. Well, I figure if we're gonna, there's not that much going on in the episode, so we might as well pretend like we are the episode and bash you and cause all kinds of problems and unnecessary drama. Are you ready to yell at me or pull my wig off? How you gonna just
Pull
hang up
your
the
wig
phone,
off.
Kenny? We should
sorry.
stop because you have like a delayed response. So
Wait, I want to.
it's comical to me, but obviously not the best for our show right now.
Maybe I'm playing devil's advocate in this, but did you guys feel when Mike's father was talking to Ryan about having a kid?
Yes.
Ryan
I know what
said
you're gonna say. Yes.
He was gonna have a
Surrogate.
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 And Mike's father said, there's so many kids out there that need help. Now I agree with that,
Yeah.
but I kind of feel like in a way he doesn't, like, even though he accepts Mike, that was kind of the jab. Like, I don't think y'all should be trying to have kids
Create
as other
your
people if you
own.
want to have a gay
That
relationship.
that
That's what
actually.
I didn't take it that way.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
can
take
see
it
how
that
it could be,
way.
but I didn't take it that way.
But the way that I did take it was that was that basically him being like, you're being kind of selfish because there are so many kids out there that need good homes. And, you know, adoption costs a lot of money and surrogacy costs a lot of money. And I feel that he was basically saying that if you're going to spend that kind of money, you might as well go out there and adopt some child that is already out there rather than
bringing more into the
Yeah,
mix.
you can attack it anyway, you know.
Well,
Might be
here's the
selfish.
deal. I think that Mike's dad was more or less saying to Ryan that, you know what, we don't need another one of you in the world. Why don't you go and adopt?
Really?
I kind of do.
The cat is out the bag.
He was
What?
like the Dalai Lama sitting up there. He didn't seem hostile
But
to me.
no, I don't think it was hostile. I think it's just, I mean, look at the generation he's from. I don't think he meant it in a negative way, but I think I'm happy he accepts Mike's relationship and who Mike is. I totally respect that. But the way I took it, and I think it's coming from where my family and how they would take it, it's just, and I'm not even putting it as rudely as Kenny just put it. But I mean, it's just along the lines of you're going through, you're bringing a child into a weird relationship where he's not going to really have a mother and you guys are going to have the child, and that's confusing. That could be confusing for that generation doesn't understand that. So it makes more sense for you to go out and adopt a child who has nothing, and you're giving back, whereas there's no selfishness included.
That's a perspective. I look at it totally different because I've always saw Mike's dad as very loving, very accepting. Clearly, I mean, Mike is a beautiful man, but he's also got a lot of sugar in his tank. I think that is very loving, and I think for him it's more of a holistic view of there's a lot of kids that need love. There's a lot of kids that could be taken in, and also I'm not part of the whole reality television thing, but editing. Mike had that conversation with Ryan before, and Ryan was ready to give up. It's so hard. It's so complicated. Maybe the dad, because I guess that dad lives with him, so the dad is privy to all this information, you know. So maybe the dad knows that he's having a hard time, and we get spliced out. We don't see the whole conversation, and the dad was like, you know, if you can't have a kid, you know, there's a lot of kids that need love or homes out there.
I agree with Cameron because it might.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I also think I don't know for sure, and again, if anybody knows, correct me. But I think it would be a little bit harder to do surrogacy than it is to do adoption, just like logistically speaking. And so I think that was, again, his point.
I don't think it's that hard. I think you just insert the penis into the vagina.
No,
and then you have a baby.
fools. Surrogacy is very difficult, and it's
Go
not
to
even
sleep, Kenny.
legal in most states. Like certain states, like you can't have a surrogate parent in that same state with you. You have to go to another state to have the woman that's actually the surrogate. Like it's very complicated to do surrogacy in this country. So I don't know. I felt a very peaceful and kind spirit from the daddy. Like his energy seemed very much like there's a lot of kids in the world that need help, and you guys have the means to do it. Why not do that?
Because I could take Jesse's route too and say, you know, okay,
I do get it though.
Ryan, you know, you're probably just going through a phase right now, and I don't want no kids having to deal with your ass. It's not a handbag.
Yeah, that might be specific to
Ryan,
Ryan too,
perhaps,
rather than being a gay issue or something like that.
Because Ryan did. I was kind of like, you want a baby?
Yeah, because Ryan is very concerned with Ryan being fashionable and not necessarily.
Even how he answered, he was like, "Yeah, it's fall, right?"
I can tan it.
You know,
in the
and we all
summer.
said that Ryan's very motherly, but we've also seen he's a shit stirrer.
He's a little twit.
He's got a ladle. He's got a big old ladle. He's stirring it.
Yeah, he goes around to each person and makes sure that he's in calm waters with each person.
And
Why
that
he
they
has
know
such a big bag.
His baby
Gotta
get popped
carry
too.
all those secrets.
he is, and that wig he was wearing. Anywho, well, so we're happy that we got to see some.
Kenny,
A little nice,
hang up. You're
positive,
drooling on the
loving
phone.
emotion. Ew, you hear him? He's all breathing hard.
Are you guys talking about me?
We love you.
You also can't hear.
Go
Did
to
you
bed.
get your ears replaced? Feel better, honey.
Good night, Kenny. Go to sleep.
Trust me, I'm totally kind of on the verge of passing out. So
It's okay.
don't
You should
mind
do
me.
that. You should just lay the phone next to your pillow
And
and
if
just
you
go to sleep.
snore on this episode,
That'd be amazing.
I will.
Dream of Rodney and Nyasha.
So glad you brought it up. Let's talk about Nyasha and her arc in this episode.
First off, I have to say, when we were watching this, Jesse goes, "Do you guys feel that this is like that Nyasha's office looks like a 7-year-old girl's bedroom?" And I was like, "Yeah." I wrote down it's super pink and it's like the size of my closet.
And the word diva is in her window.
Right.
Diva.
She has like stuffed dolls in
And
the
she has
background.
a doorbell for her like closet.
Yeah, she has a closet doorbell. I was like, what is going on?
Ryan's like, this is cute.
Yeah, he was like, I gotta
You're so
get through.
professional. You're like professional Black Barbie. It's amazing. Why does she have like 3 assistants?
None of whom talk.
Wait,
that
but-
was the other thing.
And we found out that one of the assistant is from Toddlers and Tiaras.
No.
TLC.
What?
Little princesses or little
My Little Princess or something from TLC.
He said my little
the TLC
princess.
channel. You know the little
Toddlers
girls.
and Tiaras is a
Is that
show.
Yi?
There's another
the
one.
one who's Yi? Y-E?
No,
the guy.
The gay man.
The guy that's had a
Oh.
lot of face work.
I don't know.
And he's from that show,
Yeah.
so I don't really know how many of those people are actually. I don't even really want to say. I don't even know if I give her the credit to say that
I'm
that's
just
her
so
office.
exhausted.
I know, right?
So tired.
She's like,
I'm so tired.
I don't even have time to cry, but I'm gonna do it.
I'm trying to sleep.
But our vag is hungry, obviously.
Her
Wig
badge
is
is
down
starving.
here.
She's going after gay men. Like,
If your badge is starving, honey,
Don't go to gay bars. That was the other thing. She's like, my badge is so hungry. I'm going to go to this gay bar.
I at least like to look. I'm not sure she has a badge.
That was the first point we
Number
brought
one.
up.
And I'm still on that. Because at first I was like, oh, that's mean. She's not a
You know,
badge.
I didn't want to be too judgmental because, you know, I can be. But when I got into the screen, I was like, Jesse, is it just me or are these wigs crap?
The wigs are awful.
As
The
a black
hairlines-
female, can you tell me, Courtney? Because I
Okay,
thought the wigs
right
are crappy.
now, this is I'm gonna say this now, and there's so many people. Look, wigology and weaveology have grown leaps and bounds.
You can use
in the
real
last
hair.
5 years,
She's using all
okay?
these crazy synthetic Barbie
You
hair.
can use synthetic hair and still make amazing wigs now. Like they got wig tricks out the ass. Why is her wig down here? Why is it why is the hair?
Because she
even
has a lot of people depending on her.
Depending on
She's
her for
tired.
what?
That's what I was saying. I
What
don't
are they
know.
depending on her for? She's supposed to be only 25, right? Is that the deal?
That's what we're saying.
That's a lie.
She is the ambassador to Africa.
That is
Yes.
a lie. That is a lie. Okay, but the wig is a mess. And then the wig line, I'm like, all right, well, maybe she just, that's her thing. Like, some people like just, crazy wigs. Like, they don't want their wig to look real. They are fine with, like, making sure it's just a wig because I like to change my stuff.
Like Nicki
Whatever.
Minaj.
Like wearing your
type
baseball
thing.
cap sideways in different styles.
So I'm like, all right, crooked wig, whatever. You don't want to do a lace front, so it looks like your hair cool. Maybe you just cool with yourself like that. Fine. What in the hell was her wig line? Like, and then when she was looking for the models, and it's supposed to be, what was it? Funky, classic,
Glam,
and
trendy.
glam and trendy. Okay. Skip to the fashion show.
Right.
What the hell? Who,
Right.
Who was who? I
Right.
was confused. Who
Right.
was who?
That's
Well,
what
not
you
only
didn't
that-
see the sashes?
Dude.
Oh my God. Not only that, but then when they come out, the wigs are not impressive. They're just like,
It was a bow hair.
right.
And then one girl, I didn't even know she had a wig on.
the
I was
girl-
like,
yeah. Right.
Where's the wig?
The girls' wigs were just like blah, whatever. The only interesting wigs were the ones on Ryan and TJ
And those
because they're
weren't even
funny.
wigs. Those were wiglets.
Yes.
So you don't have a full head of hair
Yeah.
like to sell to anybody. And
They were merkins on their head.
yo, and did you see the merkin that she pulled out in the room? I was like,
Oh,
ooh,
Lordy.
come on now.
That's why it's hungry.
Nonetheless,
It's trying to dive out of that hair.
I'm just
saying,
saying.
Locked up in that
that was
We've
a horrible
done
picture
past
I
the
just
substance
got.
of the episode. It was Mike and Marston. There's nothing really left
No,
to
there
talk
is
about.
substance here. Hold on. I want to understand.
Wait, but where are you finding these models? Like, you can walk on the
They don't-
streets of New York
Yes!
and find.
No, this is
the first
Beautiful
bitch that
women.
really walked in there, like, I'd be like, ma'am, please turn right.
This is a joke.
No, and here was the other thing. I was like, they must be paying these models like $3 an hour because that one woman was like, no, shit, I gotta get out of here because I have a for real
I
audition.
have a real one.
And
have
I
a
was
real
like, I am
one.
behind you, girl. Go.
Exactly. Just leave. Just go. Either way, this wig line been going on for 3 years, and she's having her first launch party
There was like
with 4 wigs.
outside of the A-list cast, there were like 5 other people there. I don't
Thank you.
understand.
In your defense, Nyasha, I will say that I appreciated your little white dress.
Mm-hmm. And the 5 paparazzi that were outside taking the pictures.
Right, in the alley.
That was so.
In the alley.
Did she like run in front of the step
Wait,
and
but
repeat like?
Courtney, you know where that is,
There
right?
was 4. I didn't even pay
You
attention.
didn't recognize? It's literally 27th Street. There's nothing, and literally it's right by the FDR. Is that what's right there?
Yeah, it's FDR, right?
Yep.
I think so.
Right by the highway. It's like all warehouses.
Yeah, I didn't
There was
even-
nobody on that street. There was
That was not
however late to that
paparazzi. Those
party.
were your cousins with 4
It's where
cameras.
they could get a permit and crack at the same time.
a mess. And then her
This is
friends
what
talking
our
about.
show
Did we talk
reduced
about?
to.
Did we talk about?
Where did you come from? You're like, God, you just show up.
No, I just fell asleep. I just woke up. Sorry.
Sorry, go on, Kenny. This makes me-
Oh, you can't make me laugh. It hurts. I was waiting on the Rodney conversation.
We're getting
Kenny,
to.
you're on the TV screen.
Mind you, it's
Oh,
Sarah
okay.
McLachlan in
All
the
I-
background.
All I
of this
see is Courtney's
commercial.
afro. Okay, there we go.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
It's
No, I
real.
see Courtney's dog and cat.
Shut up. My dog is out in the waiting room.
I think there's one that comes with like no eye.
and that
Okay.
would be Kenny.
So
with, oh, this is
depressing.
horrible.
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
is this so-
God. I can't handle this.
This is literally. I don't think any commercial plays more than that commercial.
We don't.
Right.
It does. It
because
plays
they want to
all
make the audience
time.
cry.
Very sad. Okay, so
You should watch our Wilfred show.
I can't
go
even
in on
focus.
it.
It's like, what's the point?
So Kenny.
So Kenny, okay, you wanted to talk about Rodney. Okay, so we were talking about Nyasha and her raggedy wigs. So we'll move on to her raggedy stank biatch attitude.
She wants to. She wants Rodney.
She wants, but
She wants Rodney to mark her marking.
And
Rodney
he
was
don't want it
like,
because he can't hold on to her hair.
oh no, boo, that wig will come off.
I want to have sex like an animal.
And I
Which isn't that what Austin said about Reichen?
freaking
Animalistic
love
sex.
Rodney.
Yeah.
And I love even better at the end when he like
He gets all mad.
he
think
gets
you're
all mad.
Beyonce?
You are a mean girl. And then that trick storms out of her own party. And Derek's like, this is some bullshit. Big bad Nyasha got run off by little bitch ass Rodney. That was the best line for me of the whole night.
Rodney Sophia.
Derek is making fun of. Derek makes fun of literally everyone, and
Every
he's like,
chance he
I'm
gets.
your friend. I'm your friend. No, bitch, you
Derek
make fun
is-
of everyone.
Derek is awful.
Mind you, so we're on the couch watching the screening, and Jackie's like, "What is wrong with his hair?
It's
Yo,
all
his
shaved
hair is-
off.
There were holes in the
He
side
has
of
nicks
his.
on his head."
Awful.
It's from all the rocks that got thrown at him as a kid.
Yeah, and that was
Awful.
Kara's.
Him and Nyasha need to put their tanning and their wig line together.
Oh
and
yeah.
Just have a hot
And then
Jersey
just,
Shore
Just have a
night.
hot
each other
mess.
brown and wear bad wigs.
Sell that shit to Snooki.
But can somebody explain why she had to launch into her I'm a solo act thing about Reichen? Like she don't want to sing with Reichen? Where did that come from? Why? Honey, you aren't a solo act. Your act doesn't exist.
I've been doing this for too long. This is not a hobby. Girl, it ain't a career.
Rodney, there's no sun in here.
I just don't want to look at your motherfucking face deflecting the light off there.
I'm
Your
tired of you
dumb-
staring at my boto.
I can't look at your duck lips anymore.
Well, can you please pull your wig down so the light ain't reflecting off your forehead?
Put the hair in your face like this.
The best. He should just like, I'm looking for a real girl to have sex with.
Exactly. Not one with a penis. Anyway, Nyasha, I'm sorry. I want to support you because it's exciting. You're on a show, you're on a reality show, and you're the only girl, and you're the only black girl, and I'm supposed to be on Black Girl Pride. You embarrassed the hell out of me, and I am so over you on the show, and I don't know why still to this day on episode 6 this effort even exists.
But this is what I was talking about from the beginning. I'm like, this is the only black straight girl they can supposedly find to put on this show.
Can I hang out with the gays in New York City for, what, the
No,
6 or 8
Courtney,
weeks?
no, we don't want you.
Look,
Sorry.
you're not one of us
I
anymore.
support.
You are a space creature with your new face and your new body parts, and you probably have a pig's butt right now. So I can't.
You got so excited with that Lady Gaga at the VMAs.
Anyway,
Sorry, Courtney, we still don't want you.
it's fine. You don't count. Nonetheless, you
don't take Kenny
count,
seriously.
Kenny.
He loves him some Courtney.
He just wishes he was here so he could see my beautiful face in person. And I wish I was here, or wish you were here so that I could see your new nose in person and pop it off like that. Anyway, Mr. Potato Head, thank you for calling in. That was the A-list episode. If you guys have any other commentary that you would like to share before we shoot over to our commercial break, any final thoughts or opinions or excitements for the moment before we
I don't know. Waiting.
I think we hit every nail.
If you're so
I
stupid.
think we hit them all, and I think that Rodney is the only thing I want to look at in this show right now.
Damn,
going
Courtney, you're a
forward.
bulldozer. You just rolled right through.
I mean,
We got shit to talk about.
it was one of them days.
Let's handle it, yeah.
But for now, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back.
All right.
Wow,
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
And we're back. And apparently we have a special segment because my lovely co-hosts have amazing things to talk about that sort of stem and started out last week, and I guess we want to kind of continue that conversation. So I'll let you guys take the floor and launch
Kenny,
into it.
are you still on?
Did
I
Kenny
am
go away?
here.
Oh, God. Okay, good. So, Courtney,
dead yet.
you missed the profound intelligence and wisdom of Mr. Kenneth Harrison last week. And Kenny does not believe in bisexuality in men, but
I
he
did hear
does
part of that.
believe in
Go on.
bisexuality in women.
Right.
Okay.
But and he also does not believe that lesbian sex is real sex.
Yes. So, Courtney,
What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts on this?
Hold on, I have to marinate.
According to Kenny,
why
according
is
to
lesbian
Kenny,
sex not real sex?
because it's not sex unless there's a penis involved.
Or a hole.
Well, no, there's not sex unless there's penetration involved.
With a penis.
What about a tongue?
That doesn't count.
Okay, says you. Okay. Real?
So the things that you do with your lesbian friends is not real sex.
Darn it! All this time. Well, actually, that's a good thing because that means I'm still a virgin. Anyway, I can't even. Not real sex. I mean, why would penetration be the qualifier? Why can't an orgasm be the qualifier? So all that bogus sex you be having, Kenny, that you ain't getting no orgasm off of, you could just write it off. You're not a whore after all.
I never said I was.
I did though,
Yeah, well-
but I don't. I mean, oh snap! I believe. I mean, bisexuality. I guess I think it exists because people classify themselves as such, and people do both. So I don't know what else is more of an exist. Like, how do you determine that somebody that as a person doesn't exist if they exist?
So, Kenny, I wanted to ask, did you intend to be referring, or did you mean to refer more to the angle or perspective of romantic entanglement as opposed to just the physical act of sex? Or did you want to articulate while you're drugged up on
I was gonna say maybe the
Percocet?
drugs will make him clearer.
Well, yeah, we're gonna bring you into the spotlight.
Honestly, I can't even understand what you're saying, Cameron. So
Okay, how about this, Kenny?
I can't.
Can you explain to me why? You said bisexuality doesn't exist for men, but does for women.
I can't answer that question.
Why not?
I'm not in my right mind. Okay, so what's the question?
Are you on Grindr?
I'm on Grindr.
I'm just trying to clarify what you said last week. I won't ask you to
Am I on
elaborate
Grindr?
any further.
They're making reference to the episode. It's okay, Kenny. I know you're drugged up,
He
and it's
can't
probably
do it.
unfair. I shouldn't have attacked you
It's
like this,
fine.
using Courtney as a battle round. Just want to check it out.
Well, I think it's funny because I would like to know how or why lesbian sex doesn't get to be real sex. That's not fair. Because because that would make sex male centered, and that's not fair. we're
Well,
equally
isn't it?
sexual beings. No.
I disagree with you. I think sex it's male-centered. I really do think it's male-centered.
It's only because certain people let people define it that way.
But as if, I'm sorry, I don't want to like jump on you because I know you're high, and I see I'm going somewhere that I don't think you can handle right now, because that's like saying we were created unevenly sexually.
Well, isn't that true though?
No, how is that true? If anything were to say we were created uneven sexually, then you guys would be the ones lacking because we actually create life.
This is my fault, Kenny. Sorry.
So this is a conversation we can't have until you are sober.
That's my fault. But I do, from my own perspective, being a male or not doesn't matter. I do believe that women would have the power, the power to procreate. That's amazing. I'm still not going back to Kanani, but.
I guess maybe this is.
But
what
I
we'll
had
have
this
to
conversation.
save for
I actually had
again.
this conversation with Kenny, and most of my friends know. I was in an 8-year relationship with a female, and I loved her. I loved her to death. But male sex just did it for me, And I never thought I could love a man. I ended up falling in love with a man, and it was what it was, and it is what it is now. So I would never want to do that to a female again, regardless of bisexuality existing, and the fact that you can date somebody and not fool around. I get all of that, but the fact that I think I would desire male sex more than female sex, I wouldn't want to put somebody through that again. I think that's selfish for myself, and I think that's a big argument in the community, because there are a lot of gay men that do not believe in bisexuality, or they think it's a cop-out, or they think it takes away from the struggle that they've gone through, or whatever.
Well, is it to say that it's bisexuality defined as I enjoy sex from both parties, or I only can have sex and a relationship with this side and not this side? Like,
I take it just the physical act that you are able to have sex or a physical relationship with either gender. That's my take on it. But I think a lot of people attach the emotional entanglement, Kenny, to that part of it. So
so he's saying.
But I think there are people that that can have the emotional entanglement with both.
Yeah, definitely. I think I could too. I'm just saying that right in my life, I would prefer dick. Sorry.
No,
that's one way to put it right there. No, but that's interesting that Kenny would say such a thing, because as defined as bisexuality being just being able to enjoy sex with both parties, I know a whole lot of people that perfectly fine with that, and emotional entanglements on both sides too. So I don't know how that could not exist.
But like I said, there is a large part of the gay community that they believe that bisexuality is a cop-out. And I think that anger really stems from, we get angry when we see people that get the cake, they get to eat it too. I think that's the whole. It's kind of I think it's selfish or whatever. Hey, rock on if you're happy, as long as you're not hurting me.
To each his own.
Or any of my family members, or my daughter, or my sister.
To each his own in the bedroom. Well, that, I guess, we'll wrap that up for right now. I'm sure we will revisit this at some point, because that's actually an interesting conversation, and it kind of
Jacque, you're kind of
has me taking me aback.
Is there something else you want to say about that topic?
Yeah.
I feel like I said everything I wanted to say last week.
No. You guys, I'll have to watch.
And then
the
I agree with
replay
I agree with Courtney that like we should not define sex as male centered. It's like it should be equal.
Yeah, that kind of makes me angry, Kenny. So I'm glad you high right now.
I'm gonna have to sleep.
Because that would you just passed out. Like how? Whatever. That's another. We'll save that one for a real conversation.
Because Jacque was honest enough to say that she would give the gays a hand up.
She would give the gays a hand out.
She dated bisexual men.
Yeah, I've dated bisexual men.
No, but that was the interesting part. The funny part was that you said you actually ended up dating. I guess a couple guys actually are now gay.
Yes,
they are now gay. That's okay. I dated somebody that is now bisexual for a long, long time. He's my best friend. It's a crazy world. So in the end, that's why I say, like, I have no idea. Like, people have to define themselves for whatever they are and whoever they are, and I don't get to determine that doesn't exist or that's not their truth. Because everybody's truth is their own truth. Just like Kenny, we believe you when you say you're Kenny, and we believe you when you say you're black, and we believe you when you say, well, we don't know what you are right now. So whatever you decide to define yourself as, Kenny, we still love you for who you are. And on that note, let's get some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so Britney Spears played it humble during her Video Music Awards quote-unquote tribute, using her time on stage to shine the spotlight on her fellow performer, Beyonce. Not an easy feat to accomplish in between nabbing the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award and almost getting kissed by Lady Gaga's male alter ego, Joe Calderone. When MTV News caught up with Spears minutes after stepping off stage, she stayed humble, calling the tribute an honor and once again deflecting the spotlight.
Did y'all watch that?
Yeah, I feel like she was deflecting the spotlight though because she was heavily medicated.
See, it's
I
funny.
thought she was perfectly fine.
This is a long conversation. Let's just say that tribute was both. And I don't think she was deflecting any spotlight. I think they weren't trying to let her have a spotlight because they had her introduce Beyonce.
She was reading right off the
directed the stupid show is an idiot and never needs to direct. Did they even have a director? That's what I want to know.
They did not.
They didn't have a director, so the producer sucks. So anyway, as you can tell, we are Britney Spears fans. And we were quite thrilled that she actually seemed beautiful and lucid and not medicated. Because when she is medicated,
See, I am a Gaga fan.
When she's medicated, she's like this.
See, I think Gaga was heavily medicated, being in the damn camera
Gaga was
all
self-medicated and selfish as hell. Because it was not your night, boo.
Kenny. But I have to say this. I'm very happy because usually the blogs hate on Britney and love Gaga, but after the MTV Awards, it flipped and people felt that Gaga was
And I don't
very
hate Gaga. Don't get me wrong. I thought her performance was amazing. And I'm almost mad at her for not knowing when to stop. Because it's like one of those things when you do something amazing, you have to know when to like wrap it up. Because then at the end, everybody was like, will she stop already? Will she stop already? Will she get out of the camera? Like that ruined it. Like she had such a great thing that she did with the monologue, and then she's the dude the whole time, and she's like drinking booze in the audience. It was great. She fucked that up. But whatever. I like Britney. And I don't know why that's news for gossip, but okay.
Oh, Kenny just likes to make me happy.
Kenny's
so
lying.
now,
that's why you're drugged up.
In the words of Rodney, there's been a clamor for same-sex couples on Dancing with the Stars for a few seasons now, at least since 2008. When Lance Bass Samba aired across the ABC soundstage, we might still be waiting for boy-on-boy, girl-girl partner. But new ground was broke last night when the network announced transgender author and activist Chaz Bono will be on the show's 13th season. Debuting September 19th, Chaz's fellow non-professional dancers, I think I'm reading that too well actually, are an interesting mix that includes Ron Artest, Ricky Lake, Nancy Grace, Robert Kardashian, and Carson Kressley.
Okay, I'm
Bravo's
confused.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy,
I'll
among
take
others.
Rob over Austin any day.
Rob, really?
Rob Kardashian?
Hell
Oh,
no.
yes.
He is. Oh no.
That is some nice
he
Persian.
Is mushy. And oh no. But I have a
Although
question.
wait, Austin does have a nicer ass.
Yes.
I mean, Rob has like girl donkey, like out of shape girl donkey. Like he's got a lot of it, but it's like
They showed his
jiggly
his ass
girl.
in the shower in Chloe Lamar.
Oh well, maybe I need to catch up on my Chloe.
I've
I'll be
seen
watching the
Chloe and
Kardashians.
Lamar.
And he's friends with a laser, so
I have a question though. Who is Chaz Bono dancing with?
I don't know.
Like, cause isn't the like
her mom.
they have and is Carson dancing with a girl or a guy? Like, isn't that the point? Like, we don't care if
I
they're
want-
gay and on the show. Like, they wanted a same-sex couple.
I want Chaz to dance with Karina. And
But then
I
that's
want-
not a same-sex couple technically, is it? Well, she never did the full change, right?
No, she has a. No, she has a. She had a
Okay, so
full
then
operation.
why would she?
Oh.
Then she's a dude. Like, so we're defeating the purpose. So she
Oh
should
my
be
God, do
dancing
you
with
watch
a
that
dude.
show too?
Watch what show?
Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah.
Oh, you do, huh?
I'm a whore. I watch everything.
So am I.
But I refuse. I said I'm not watching this season because Nancy Grace is on it.
Yeah.
I'm refusing, but it's a lie because I know I'll watch it. I'm just not covering it for AfterBuzz, for the record, because it starts in like 2 weeks. There's no freaking way.
No, you have too much on your
Not
plate.
going down. I'm gonna kill myself. But I want to know, like, are they actually gonna do a same-sex couple? So Kenny, you suck for your news and gossip because that didn't tell me nothing.
I'm sorry, what was that?
He's still there.
I heard my name. What happened?
It's okay, boo. You just sit there and be quiet for a minute, okay?
TV predictions.
Oh my God. And this music always makes me just like
Loopy.
we need a new tune, Jesse. I can't do it. After Halloween, this must change. I want like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Jingle Bells, something. Anywho, all right. So predictions for next week. What y'all think?
I get nothing.
Wait, what do we see coming up for next week?
I took notes on that. Hold on, let me.
There was a fight. Was there a fight?
Well, Derek talks to Austin again.
Yeah.
What's
because
his
Jake
name?
talks to Austin.
That's right.
but
I
Jake
think
talks
Derek
to
will get
Derek
over it.
first. Yeah, I'm sure he's wishy-washy too.
Rodney keeps telling
I
Nyasha
like that
she's
they're not
rude.
friends though.
You
Oh,
like
right,
that
that's
they're
right.
not?
Rodney
like that
and
they're not-
Nyasha sit down.
But we know that Rodney and Nyasha are gonna get over that because when we talked to TJ, the three of them
They
were
were
all
out.
out together, hanging out off the show. So
Maybe she's just a twat on the show. Okay.
hey,
I don't
yeah.
want to call her a bad name. I'm sorry, Nyasha. That was very not nice of me.
And yeah, as far as everything else, I really could.
So they go to the Hamptons and like, I don't know, Austin's mad again because everybody's running away from him, and that's about it. So basically more jumbled up nonsense is what we have in store for the A-list. So come check us out again next week. We will be mocking them again and hopefully mocking Kenny with his new nose. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janedy, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.